second graders. Today's drawing is going to go along with the story that you are listening to this week, Fireflies. Our drawing this week is a jar of fireflies. So this is what the finished drawing looks like. I'm showing you this now so you know kind of what your end goal is going to be. So I'm going to put this off to the side. So you need your white sheet of paper, the tall way or portrait style, just like this. And the first thing we're going to draw is the lid of the jar. So we're going to draw a rectangle that kind of has some rounded edges, and it's going to take up a lot of the top of the sheet of paper, just like that. That's going to be the lid of our jar. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the jar itself. So we're going to start over here on the side. We're going to go down a little bit and then out and around. And then I'm going to draw my bottom. I'm going to make it kind of like an angle here, corner, but a little bit rounded to make it look more like a jar. So then I'm going to do the same thing over on this side. There you go. So now we have our jar. For our lid up here, we're going to draw some lines going across to make it kind of look like the lid of a jar. So now we need to draw our fireflies. So the first firefly I'm going to draw is over here. The very first thing you're going to do is do the head. So you're going to kind of go like this. Then you're going to start on the wings. So you're going to go around and out to a point and then curve back around. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we have our firefly head and then our firefly wings. And then you're going to draw the body of the fireflies. It's going to be the part that glows down here. And then you're going to add an antenna. So there's one firefly. You're going to put about 5 or 6 fireflies in your jar. And remember, they're all flying around, so they're not going to be all facing the same direction. So I'm going to turn my paper a little bit so that I can draw one that's going this way. I'm going to draw my head and then my wing. Just like that. And then draw the body, the part that's going to glow, and then I'm going to add some antenna. I think I'll do another one kind of right here in the middle. This one's going to be a little bigger than my other ones. Oops. And I'm going to erase this part a little bit just because I wanted to make more of a little bit of a curve. If I'm going too fast at all for you, you can always pause the video to get caught up. Let's do another one right here. And I like turning my paper because I think it helps me kind of make my fireflies if I'm doing them all going the same way like that. And then I'm going to draw one more in this space here. And draw my wings. Oops. And the body. And then my antenna. So now we're going to color our drawing. So remember, this is what the colored drawing looks like. So if you want to just color on your own, you can stop the video here. But if you'd like to color along with me, you can keep watching. So something I always like to do with my drawings is I like to outline things in black. And then I like to use a mix of color pencil, crayon, and marker because I think it really makes the different parts of the drawing pop. But you can color it whatever way you'd like. So I'm going to start with the lid of my jar. So I'm going to get a gray marker and I'm going to outline the lid of the jar in this gray. And then I'm also going to highlight some of those lines with my gray marker. And I don't need to be very exact at all because it's just the lid of the jar, so it kind of can look a little messy. Then I'm going to get my black marker and just add a little bit more, just kind of go over the top of them a little bit. And then I'm going to put a gray color pencil. There we go. And I'm going to color in the lid of the jar. I always like to turn my color pencil sideways so I can get a nice even color. Filling in the lid of my jar. Then it's time to color your fireflies. So I'm going to use marker on the head and the wings and the antenna. And then I'm going to use, so black marker, I'm going to trace outline of my fireflies here. And then I'm going to color in their body, their head and their wings. And then I'm going to use a yellow, sort of like a golden yellow, to do the part that lights up of the firefly's body. And then I'm going to draw some lines coming off of it to look like it's shining. And then I'm going to go back and lightly trace the body with my black pen, just like that. So then I'm going to keep drawing, or keep filling in the rest of my fireflies. And I like to do the yellow first before I do my outline of black, because I know that if I use my yellow marker and it gets on the black, it always smears that. So I want to do my gold first. Oh, and then I forgot the lines coming off to look like it's shining. You can use a lighter color yellow if you'd like. That's up to you. I'm gonna fill in my firefly now. I always like to outline first and then fill in. I feel like it helps me to stay in the lines. I don't know if any of you like to do that. All right, I'm not going to fill in the rest of my fireflies now, but I am going to finish coloring my jar. So I'm going to use black to outline my jar. You could also use gray. Gray would be a great color to outline your jar. And then I'm not going to use marker to color in this whole thing. I find that when I use marker on a whole picture, it tends to curl up, and I don't like that. So I'm going to just outline with marker, and then I'm going to use my gray color pencil and turn it on its side here. It's nice and sharp. And I just noticed I forgot the other part of my antenna here. I'm going to turn it on its side here, and I'm going to just shade in the jar. And I can kind of go over the light beams of the firefly, and if I have a harder surface underneath, it'll fill in a little bit better. Go, and then you can color the background of this jar any color that you would like. And that's it. So you would finish coloring the rest of your fireflies and finish coloring in the rest of your jar, but that's all I'm going to do for right now. Thanks for watching.